My most noble, dearest, and esteemed viewer, I present for your consideration and your own Gnosis the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus, and where this image, where this figure, where this symbol, where this shape has its origin. And as you can see here with this sideways depiction, this cross-section depiction of the human brain and the various component parts of the brain, 3,500 years ago, Egyptians already knew about this. This is all symbolic. This is what these symbols represent. This is what Thoth, the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus, Thoth, and the ibis-headed depiction of the thrice greatest Hermes, Thoth, Enoch, Metatron, what it actually symbolizes, and how each of us, each of you out there among my dear, noble, and most esteemed viewers, how within your own brain physiology you possess this knowledge, this power as well. And when I say power, what I'm speaking of is the symbolic representation, the symbolic understanding that we are all aspects of Source. We are all divinely designed, executed, at least the genetic vehicles that our consciousness inhabits, the containers, these human flesh puppet containers, are how they're divinely designed and executed. Thoth, the Atlantean, Thoth, Jehuti, Hermes, Enoch, Metatron, thou art the great, the only God, the soul of the becoming. Thus, Thoth, Jehuti, you say tomato, I say Jehuti. Thus, Thoth is especially the representative of the Spirit, the inner reason of all things. He is the protection of all earthly laws and every regulation of human society. The inscriptions on the temple walls state that his law is firmly established. And Thoth, Jehuti, as a representative, as a symbolic representative of reason, immanent, existing in this world. Jehuti is the mediator through whom the world is brought into manifestation. That symbol that is representative of the bird-headed ibis. We are all Thoth. We are all Jehuti. We are all divine sons and daughters of Source. And we best display that when we are at our best and resonating and working within our resonant fields of reason, of Gnosis, of the light of Source, of self-empowered Source awareness. Thoth is the mediator through whom the world is brought into manifestation. He is the tongue of Ra, the herald of the will of Ra, and the Lord of sacred speech. What emanates from the opening of his mouth that cometh to pass, he speaks, and it is his command. And it is his command. He is the source of speech, the vehicle of knowledge, the revealer of the hidden. Thoth is thus the god of writing and all the arts and sciences. On a monument of Seti I, he is called scribe of the 9 gods. he writes the truth of the 9 gods and is called Scribe of the Kings of Gods and Men. Scribe of the King of Gods and Men. Hence, he is naturally inventor of the hieroglyphics and patron and protector of all temple archives and libraries and of all scribes. At the entrance of one of the halls of the Memnomium at Thebes, the famous library of Ozymandias, called the Great House of Life, we find Thoth as Lord in the Hall of Books. In the Ebers Papyrus we read, his guide is Thoth, who bestows on him the gifts of his speech, who makes the books and illumines those who are learned therein, and the physicians who follow him, that they may work cures. We shall see that one of the classes of priests was devoted to the healing of the body, just as another was devoted to the healing of the soul. These books are also called the Great Gnosis of Thoth. Thoth was thus god of medicine, but not so much by drugs as by means of mesmeric methods and certain magic formulae. Thus he is addressed as Thoth, Lord of Heaven, who giveth all life, all health. My dear and esteemed viewer, if you view yourself as a vehicle of knowledge and a mediator between heaven and earth, and as one who is living in the golden age of the new earth, the harmonic universe number 2, why don't you go on and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have more knowledge coming from a vast array of sources. We may even have some special guest appearances. Stay tuned, folks.
Namaste. Namaskaram.